Hello there, beautiful, wonderful people. Hey, how you all doing? Thank y'all so much for joining us. The universe, much like the one that we're playing in, told us to go on a hiatus. Everyone was traveling around. We had audio mix-ups and things. Speaking of traveling around, I am very clearly not in my normal setup because Mo and I are at beautiful, wonderful cousin Marie's. And she was like, yes, go record, I'll set it up on the PC. Also, you'll tell I'm cosplaying Scrap today, and by that I mean I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt and I'm so fucking sunburned. That is absolutely bonkers.
Turns out rats do need sunscreen.
Turns out rats do need sunscreen, exactly.
Yes.
I will say I'm not as sunburnt as it looks. It's just far redder on the webcam than it is IRL, so please give me that grace. Anyway, Mo has a face like I'm lying. Am I lying? No? Okay, good. I just saw you give a little look when I say it doesn't look as bad in real life, which you would know more than I would. Anyway, hi, beautiful, wonderful people. We had a little break, but we are back with episode 12 of the Atomless. I am your space god. I'm SG. I'm Matthew Abel, Captain Krell. I'm Captain Krell on all things. I normally stream Monday to Thursdays over on Twitch.tv for us as Captain Krell, and then also here. If you'll be listening to this episode, you're like, oh gosh, this is so fun, and I love the japes, but I wish you would have like musical backing and then some pew-pews and sound effects and stuff. Well, the week after this comes out, there's going to be a bloody old little podcasted version because we have a highly edited podcast version of all these episodes. Okay. Who would like to do the little intro? Okay, RJ, you go.
It's me. Hi, I'm Andre. You can find me at Andre Vera Art on Twitter and also on Instagram now.
Ooh.
You can go to my website, andrevera.art, and see my illustration portfolio, as well as many of the actual play series that I'm on, including The Atomless, including Tragedy Theologian, which is going on hiatus. I'm so sad. But we'll be live for Gen Con. That will be very fun. Including The Red Line, including Unicorn Hunt, and also including the Power Rangers long shot that will be coming up soon on Total Party Kiss. You can also check my social media if my commissions are open. That is all.
Wonderful. This is so good. It's so nice to hear people's voices again. I would like another one of my friends to please do their socials and plug all their things again, please.
Hi, I got it.
Hi.
Hello. I'm Dylan, or Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. You can find me on Twitter, Screaming and Screaming. You can find me on the Atomless, where I play Ike. You can find me on Monday nights, GMing a brand new legacy project called the Many Hearts Project, a Doctor Who tabletop campaign. Which is very exciting. You can see me sometimes on Total Party Kiss on Thursdays in various one-shot or long-shot related things. And more things in the future that you could look out for. And that's it. Goodbye.
Beautiful, wonderful. That's very good. Nonna Lee, would you like to go next?
Well, I love being second to last. It's my favorite thing. Hi, I'm Nordine Ali Kadir, also known as Werewolf Feels, all over the interwebs. That's Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. You name it, I'm there. I do this and one other game that is called Never Coming Home, a Hunter the Reckoning campaign over on the channel Tablecoth. That's twitch.tv/Tablecoth. You can also check that out on the YouTubes. That is it. That is all I do. Do not be fooled. I am a person who does nothing but that with my entire life.
Also, you do consultation.
Shut up.
RPGs.
That's
also,
true.
I also write and consult for tabletop RPGs, and I work 5 days a week.
There it is. Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. There we go.
absolute legend.
Beautiful, wonderful. Okay. Last but not least, because this is like a situation where we all cross the finish line together in like a Disney Channel original movie style, beautiful, finish. Momo O'Brien.
Hello, I'm Momo O'Brien. You can find me everywhere at Momo_O'Brien, and I make content about immersive experiences.
It's so clean, it's so consistent, and we love that so much. Okay, heroes? Would we like to, after, for the beautiful one for people watching, a month, but for us, like 2.5 months, would we like to fucking journey through space?
Previously on the Atomless.
Azhaam, he.
Ike. She.
My name is Theriac.
What's up? My name's Skye. Welcome to the patchwork, my dudes.
Everyone, welcome to Wild Times. You can also see a large floating orb in the sky. Theriac, would you like to come with me? I can gather the board and get them all sorted, and we can go up to Raven's Roost, pointing to the large orb that floats in the sky. Commented, it's probably better to show you what we're planning on doing. These animals are beautiful that we have here on a dune, but they're too big, and you can't really take them home. And this small laser shoots out, and then the animal shrinks.
You are trying to merchandise the organisms, the specimens?
Sometimes foundations need to change for something to grow. Do you ever think that your foundations just don't fit anymore? Like, you see Lorik, who is one of the board members. Oh, thank God. I didn't know if you'd be here in time. I don't know what is happening to the park, but things are weird. I don't think Kiskak went on holiday at all. And then there is a shot that rings out as this purple energy is sucked out of Lorik's head, and they fall down. And this huge bolt of energy shoots out and hits all 5 of you. And you slowly begin to shrink. The biggest bug looks up to the prettiest flower for its pollen. The prettiest flower looks to the tallest tree for its roots and nutrients. The tallest tree looks to the grandest buildings in hopes of being allowed some sunlight. The grandest buildings look over the biggest countries to make them proud of their stature. The biggest countries look to other planets and hope that they're impressed. The planets look to the shining stars and hope to be noticed. The most shining stars look to the galaxy that they sit in and hope that they are making it proud. But what does the galaxy look to? It looks up to an endless void. So, would you believe that the galaxy finds its inspiration by looking down? Past the stars and the planets, and the countries, the buildings, through the trees and flowers, and past all the bugs, to the smallest little crew. A crew who doesn't yet know how important they are to the galaxy, and how big they seem in its eyes. The grass comes up to about twice your size. Ahead of you is a new brush of infinite jungle. The leaves cover every path in front of you, and behind you is the crystal body of a now dead giant of Lorik, who is the board member. You have all gone through a molecular shrinking. Your bodies feel fine past some minor shrinking sickness, but you all stand in the middle of this now vast field. There's a little sunburnt rat with the 4 of you, who is looking around frantically. Okay, did we just get fucking shrunk?
Oh my God. I think that we're shrunk.
Can I, without saying anything, hop on my now mini skateboard? It's like the ones that you... What are those called? Where you just use your fingers. Yeah, it's basically a tech deck now.
Yeah.
Hop on my tech deck, and I'd like to fly up to see if I can scout and see where the laser came from.
Wonderful. You hop on your tech deck and fly up above the grass. I actually will show you what you see. Can you roll me a perception check, please?
$21.
Hell yeah, hero. Looking out over this large vista, I'm going to move us over to a map, and I'm also going to move it over to this little bitty section. There we go. You see in front of you this large what once was like a itty bitty tiny little like testing ground has now completely changed and is this huge cavernous field. You see three main ways to the testing facility in front of you. The testing facility is where the shrink ray is housed behind a large glass protector. There is also a small hole which has been shot through as when everyone was being shrunk, Azhaam swung out and fired. There are three things in front of you. To the left of you all, once I find my mouse, I'll click on. There we go. Over that way is an anthill. Hundreds of little ants scurrying around are going inside of the holes of the anthill, carrying different food sources and the things that ants do. Ahead of you in front is a slew of branded Wild Times merchandise and food and cups, which Ig had originally as the garbage sword that they had. However, upon shrinking, the garbage sword collapsed, and this is the remnants. You see with the 21 that there is occasionally this like shift in the cups as something seems to be moving through the grass and passing the cups. And to the right is a large pipe, rusted, corroding slightly. There is a large corroded gap in the pipeline pretty close to where you all are, and then another one almost to where the testing facility is. This seems to be like a disused, just experimental wastage. With the 21, you see in the darkness of another small gap, too small for even you at this size to fit in, but you see a light kind of move inside, and you hear just tiny amounts of shuffling and scratching inside of this little sewer. Behind you is the body of Lorik. Large, now seemingly this large crystal giant. The light of the crystal has like dimmed as they have this like purple smoke that is billowing from their head as they lie behind you.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna fly back down and kick up my board and say, so, we're dealing with a lot here, but first of all, Dr. Theriac, were you close with the crystal person?
I will have time to grieve later.
Okay.
We should make some definitive actions soon, I feel.
Okay,
I agree.
well, let me tell you all the stuff that I just saw up there. Blah, 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 blah. Crazy, right?
Yes. Does Theriac know about the specific ants here? Like, have there been reports of these ants in the park?
You know what? I'm going to get you to roll for it. I'm saying yes, you do know about the specific ants here, but this is just how much you know.
Okay. This is a natural science? Or life science. That's what it's called.
Life science, yeah. Life science.
Okay, how's a 34?
Oh,
Lord.
Fucking hell. I need to up the DCs of some things. So, to call them ants as we know them on Earth IRL would be a bit of a... It wouldn't necessarily be true. As these things are... The expansion of the names of species kind of grew as space exploration was becoming more prevalent. Crustaceans, for example, now encompass a whole bunch more than it used to. So the definition kind of shifted and changed. And the same is true for myconids? What the fuck is an ant?
An ant is a hymenopteran.
Hymenopteran, sure. Same as
that also includes sawflies, wasps, bees.
Incredible.
So, the same is true for hymenopterans, which also encompass these things. These are... they still work on a queen-based system where they all follow a queen, but they're far more of a mindless mindless creature. The queen, after giving birth, imprints so heavily onto the other ants that that technically every single ant in this colony is one creature. It is just the queen, as the queen imprints on them and infects their minds, and they work so heavily as a hive mind that they aren't actually multiple hundreds of ants. They are instead just one.
I see.
There you go.
Cool. Alright, so for the purposes of brevity, perhaps we should not interact with these hymenopterans. They could be...
Hymenopter what?
I believe they're referring to... I'm going to try that again. I believe they're referring to the insects.
The ants?
Right.
Yes. The ants.
Hydroblockados.
Ants is perfectly all right. I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
I resort to science when I'm stressed.
Ants like people's...
Theriac, we need to talk
sisters.
because you always are resorting to science, so I feel like we need to discuss your relationship with stress. I feel like that's not healthy.
Maybe
Right now
later.
it's fine. Right now it's fine.
I feel like there's more pressing issues than the terminology that the doctor's using right now because we're very small and
Right.
very lost.
So, the pipe. You said there was like a light inside of the pipe.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
like
correct?
some kind of scurrying. Yeah, I'm still processing a lot of what just went down.
Okay. Well. First of all, the solution to our problem is very simple, and that is to go back to the machine and to simply reverse engage the machine, and then target ourselves so that we grow again.
Okay.
It seems like, to me, there's a couple options. We can try and take the corroded pipe over there to wherever the machine is. Sorry, I think phlegm in my throat did stay the same size.
Oh, God.
We could try and investigate poor Lorik. Or we could try going underground.
Okay. I understand that you're processing a lot. I find it real weird that they shot this guy and shrunk us. Is that not weird to anyone else?
Yeah, that's very strange.
Exceptionally weird.
So,
Well, to be fair, if I may, I don't think all of us were targets of this thing. because I don't think all of us are very important here. And I take a meaningful look at Theriac.
I think this is maybe a conversation for later.
We're not in any rush, to be honest.
I feel like we're very much in a rush.
I also feel like I would like to be my normal size.
Well, I think you're all panicking a little bit, and I understand.
Of course I'm panicking! I'm tiny! I was already tiny!
Hey, now... Okay, wait. How big would we suspect that we are? I want to know if Theriac is the actual size of a garlic right now. Or if Theriac is smaller than a garlic.
I'm not going to entertain this right now.
Okay.
Theriac is obviously smaller than an alien, okay? Hold on. We all need to take a deep breath and calm down, because nothing good ever came from panicking.
Okay.
Take a breath. Wonderful. So, let's split up. What does everyone want to do?
Okay.
Skye?
I just wanted to say maybe we should have this discussion because Scrap is right. We got shrunk, and maybe somebody was just super sadistic and would rather us get eaten by ants than go out quietly, you know? But we might want to consider that by the time we get to the other room because they're probably still there. Maybe.
Right.
Unless, if I got lucky, they could be dead.
You might have hit them.
That's true.
Hopefully.
That was a pretty ace shot. I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Alright. What I suspect is happening is that we were pulled in by Lorik to have a conversation. Clearly, this conversation was not, in fact, private. That we were being, or that Lorik was in some way being monitored, and the fact that Lorik is now deceased, and that we are still alive but not present, quote unquote, to most people, suggests to me that we have been set up to take a fall. Me specifically.
All right. So we just need to be extra careful because if that person or people are still alive, then they still want to cause you harm. So
They won't just settle for shrinking us if we actually act back, or if we somehow don't get eaten by ants, or if we somehow don't, drown in a used coffee cup.
I mean, also, maybe they do intend to kill us, but they just have something. They're not good at multiple firing. Maybe it was a one-action gun or something.
Or we just don't want a bunch of bodies.
Or just don't want a bunch of bodies. Yeah.
I mean, I could. That hole was tiny Skye-sized, right?
Yeah.
If I want to be real dumb today, I could do a little scout mission. Just peek in there, see what's going on, report back.
I don't know if you should go there by yourself.
Well,
That's...
Well, I don't know what they're expecting. Maybe they're not expecting a tiny teenager to go through the bullet hole, and you're right. Maybe they're dead.
You could
be
take
careful. I could just
Theriac
a little
with you.
peek.
I mean,
I would. Yes,
right.
I could go alongside you. I'm probably the least heavy of everyone else here.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd just break your board. Even alone, I'd probably break your board.
Okay, but just what if you get there and then they're not dead and they're armed and they want to kill Dr. Theriac?
Well, then they must be the worst murderer in the universe
Skye.
because they made us the size of a needle in a haystack.
We're so small that we'll likely not. We'll escape suspicion as long as we're careful.
Why don't we set up a word that will signify that something has gone awry?
Salad time.
Salad time.
Salad time.
Okay. That would mean you'd need to keep your phone on because
17.
we
My
won't be able
phone's
to-
always on. You turn your phone off?
I can also open up a message, and you could just reply to me.
Nice little
Alright.
group message. Yeah.
We do have a group chat, yeah.
Why does it?
I
Okay.
think this is good.
Out of character. Why did this take so long for us to have a group chat?
I
12
don't.
episodes in.
Well, I don't mean the group chat that we have like on our phones. I mean, I could open one up.
To be fair, we have only been traveling together for like 2 weeks, and we've been in the same space pretty much the whole time. It's okay. I can whip up a group chat.
Okay.
Oh wait. I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. Turns the phone around, points at the what should we name the group chat? Have we got a group name?
Scrap, we got a lot we're dealing with right now. I don't know if we can
Patchwork
handle
Crew
that
is acceptable. Just put in Patchwork Crew. We can brainstorm later.
Group name unknown. GNU. We can name ourselves GNU. Group name
GNU?
unknown.
Minions,
Canoe?
Rise of Canoe.
That's Gru. His name is Gru.
I know his name's Crew. Sorry, I had a lot of fun with that bit. The Patchwork Crew. Okay, the Patchwork Crew. Great.
Okay.
Patchwork Crew.
So,
yes.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna put all my cards on the table. Theriac, Skye, if you're gonna go see that bullet hole, I don't really want to be on the ground. I just feel like something could jump at us. B, I want to know what the fuck that smoke is, because that's not a normal smoke color.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You and I can climb up the crystal.
Yeah.
Tiny.
Yeah. Are you, Scrap?
What, climbing up the crystal? Yeah.
I mean crystal person. Is that what you... Forget it.
Oh.
What do you want to do?
I would rather that we stick together, but if we're going to split up, then I'll go with Scrap, I guess.
Okay.
Great.
All good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to not take too long. Like, we're not gonna charge in lasers blazing right away. I just want to see what's going on in there, and then we'll meet you guys back at the smoke.
All right.
Yeah, sure thing. You scout. We're gonna check it out. Theriac, I'm sorry, but I guess our meeting point is the head of your now dead board member friend.
Okay, gosh.
I like this.
All right.
The smoke is perfectly acceptable. You don't have to go into details.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Alright.
Okay.
We're feeling good, team?
Hands in?
Hands in.
Okay.
Hands
Okay.
in.
Hands
It's
in.
just a
Tiny
weird
adventures
moment to have
on
a team
3.
building.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Tiny
Tiny
adventures.
adventures.
Yeah.
Tiny adventures.
Tiny adventures.
Hop on, Theriac.
All right. Just
Hey,
two
hang
little
on.
twig legs.
You hear a tiny as
Oh,
as
goodness.
skateboard shoots off past the grass. We are going to stick with Team Crystal at this point, and we're going to hop over back onto the scouting team in a second. You get to the front, like the first start of the climb. You get there at the start of the climb. The crystal form of Lorik makes it a weirdly easy climb, since there is a series of ledges. It's a little like climbing a mountain, but with none of the like. If you were to climb a giant, I imagine it would be far more difficult. As you all arrive, Scrap puts their hand to their side and pulls out a tiny little clockwork orb, kind of tosses it up in the air, and these 4 things pop out of it, and then tiny little propellers fly next to them. Okay. Who wants a boost? Who wants a lift? just on top of the first bit. It's going to take us a little while.
Yeah, a boost would be a good idea.
Okie dokes. Scrap, like, settles their arms into a little boost formation, and this small tiny robot lowers a hook that you'd be able to grab on. I'm not gonna make us RP the entire thing, so there won't be like a whole lot of rolls. But you grab onto the hook, and then this, with the help of like Scrap boosting you and this little thing picking you up and placing you on top of the ledge, you get onto this first little ledge pretty easy. Scrap then turns to you, Azhaam. I could try to give you a boost.
I'm already climbing up on my own. No, that thing is too small.
Sure thing.
Why did I settle on someone so tall and so heavy?
As you all get past the first ridge, and Skye and Theriac, you can see, are so small and flying away. You see them off in the distance. Scrap turns to the barrier. Weird time to bring this up, but high stress situations and all that. I never thanked the pair of you for helping Skye out in that place. She doesn't talk about a lot of shit, but I've got a kind of good sense on reading her. I know that something went down, and I can only imagine the pair of you helped.
To be quite honest, it seems like both of you don't talk much.
Well, yeah, but I ain't got much to talk about, so...
Well, I don't think it was very fair. What happened to her? Not just everything that happened to her, but that, we were privy to that information without, her deciding she wanted to tell us. And
she actually, I knew most of it. Not all of it. Good, fair, important bits.
Right.
I think that she deserves much better. So...
She's a kid.
Hmm.
She was a child. She's still, honestly, a child. Not, I'm judging, but, I mean,
No.
That's a hard life for someone that young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, that's what they do. Get them young. It's easier to get them on your side then. Anyway.
And how young were you?
I was a lot older than most.
Hmm.
I wasn't taken in as a kid. I didn't have a whole lot of options, so I went in just far more adult than a lot of others.
It's always
Yeah.
a type, right? They come with you, they offer you a way out or a better life. And by the end of it, you realize you just trapped yourself in something else.
Right. Should we look around?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Alright. Scrap does a little like after the conversation breaks. You are able to you were having this conversation as you were climbing up Lorik, and you get to the summit, I guess. Large plumes of this purple smoke pour from the giant's temple. Sharp crystal that has been working and collaborating throughout his body. Once bright is now dimmed and stopped. The coming from the smoke looks a lot different than a lot less, weirdly, a lot less gruesome than you'd imagine, since having a crystalline body means that their head looks slightly more like broken drilled rock than something of more organic matter. All right, who's first? Oh, I don't know why I said who's first. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. What's the plan?
Well,
Sorry.
no, we're nearby where the bullet went in.
Yeah, where you are on the head of Lorik now.
Should we try to see where the smoke is coming from?
Yeah. All right. Azhaam, you good for that plan?
I want to know how Lorik died. You know, you can learn a lot from a bullet wound, depending upon the size, fracture patterns, I guess. I want to know if Lorik here was shot close by someone they trusted, or from far away by someone they didn't.
All right, let's go investigate. As you walk toward the smoke, our little camera is going to pull back and move across only about 5 foot in big size. However, speeding shoof across this this expanse is Skye and Theriac. Both of you, can you give me perception checks, please, right now as you speed toward this bullet hole?
Oh, that's a 6.
Well,
I believe that means I rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1 as well. I got a 6.
Oh my god.
Wow!
Wow.
A double 1.
A leaf flies in our face.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Um,
I'm gonna pray for you all.
the wind is just like buffeting you so much, and there is a lot of like new things to like look out for that you don't quite focus on anything. You are purely focused on this bullet hole across the across this this little experimental zone until you get to just outside the actual like operating chamber. This bullet hole, which can fit both of you quite easily. Skye, I imagine you come to a stop to just outside it.
Yeah, I'd like to if this was the hole, I'd like to go right beside it so that we can be up against the wall ready to peek in.
Oh, absolutely.
So be Theriac, you good?
Yes?
Okay.
Are you peeking in?
Yes.
Okay. Can both of you roll me an additional perception check then, please?
Cool.
7.
That's a 20.
Ah, very good. Skye, you're not able to see anything, not through any fault of you not trying, but the additional weight. The weight disparity of you all being very small, and also with the additional weight of Theriac being on board, just means that you're just keeping just a little more attention on making sure that your board is upright and is, it works at all times. Theriac, looking inside, past the bullet hole. From the angle that you're at, you can't quite line it up yet. However, you can see pretty much all the room. There is no body, no blood splatter as someone getting hit. There's not even any discarded blood on the floor. There is a bullet at the other end of the room that like a bullet hole, one with a bullet still in it, through a quite thick binder of experiment notes that sit amongst a shelf of experiment notes is a bullet lodged. But aside from that, there's nothing here. Oh, tell a lie. You do see the molecular changer, the shrink ray, as it's colloquially known, as well as a large motherboard of different buttons and dials and things like that. You also see, propped up on the desk, a still turned on, slightly electrified cage with what once was just a simple slug that you got from the Leviathan's eye, and is now, because you're so small, fucking huge. That is sitting, just moving around the cage. The cage is still on, and again, electrified little bars. But is there? Sat at the desk, where the motherboard and the shrink ray are.
Ah. Well, that's very strange.
What do you
But there's-
see?
Well, Azhaam shot at someone. Is that correct?
Well, I don't know. I heard a bang, and then we were small.
Well, if he did, I see no traces of blood ephemera or trails or anything of the like. It's just the room and the resizing machine, and that specimen is so large now.
You think you just missed?
That is very possible. But that could be worrying.
I mean, a lot of this is worrying. Do you want to maybe check it out a little more? Or do you want to report our findings, boss?
Why don't we should probably tell them before we just to let them know, and then if they want more information, we can go back.
I'm gonna scoot my skateboard into the room just a little.
You scoot your skateboard. Can you, now that you've repositioned yourself, can Skye, you alone, make an additional perception check? As I'll give you leeway of the other.
If I find anything interesting, we're gonna be in trouble.
18!
Going slightly further on inside, Theriac, you also spot this as you're now, like, moving in and repositioning. Both of you do see that there is one turret in the room. Really just in the corner, high up. You don't know anything more than that. There is a small red blinking light on it, and it looks to be hanging at a lower angle, like it is deactivated.
I want to mess with that machine, Dr. Theriac.
Wait. To clarify from Matt, it's deactivated?
It is deactivated. How recently deactivated, you are unsure. Or why it's deactivated, you don't know why it's deactivated. You'll have to do actual checks on it, but you do both spot a turret that is currently deactivated.
Cool.
How close do I have to be to hack something with my brain?
Normally, you, I believe, as a mechanic, get a little leeway where you can do it up to 30 foot. However, you, as a teeny tiny, pretty much have to be on it.
Damn.
I'm fine with going to go check if you'd like me to go check.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Say your line that you were saying, Momo. Sorry for interrupting.
I want to go into that machine and find out what makes it tick.
That would be a good thing to do.
I feel like there was some sort of phrase about curiosity and cats. I can't remember how it ends, but it'd be beneficial to us to find out what.
It seems like an odd combination of things to associate with one another. I think cats are. This is not extremely relevant.
It's your call, dude, if you want to go back, but I feel pretty confidently I might be able to figure out what the heck that is.
Sure. Let's just investigate.
I'm gonna go slowly though.
You're gonna go slowly?
Sneaky up to the turret.
As Skye, you slowly move up. Camera's gonna pull back, turn, and then zoom back in.
Oh, wait.
What would you like?
I would like to take out my phone, and as I unlock it, Theriac, you see I have not changed the background. It is still what's his face going. I'd like to go to the group chat, and I'd like to type out, "Psst. We are investigating a machine in here. See you soon."
I hope.
There's a ding on all Scrap, Ike, and Azhaam. You'll hear as you'll get a message on your phone.
I hope the good news is a shrinking machine, otherwise it's I'm confused.
Well,
I thought it was supposed to be a scouting, like a quick in and out.
Right, and now they're investigating and
look, it's
maybe
in Skye. How much trouble can they get themselves into?
Some. Sometimes
I heard it as soon as I said it.
I'm just very worried about.
It's all right.
Okay,
they'll be fine. You know, they're both very responsible when it comes to taking care of their own lives.
All right. I was completely off board, and then kind of got a little more on board with that last little sentence.
All right.
Listen, I know Skye. She's gotten out of way worse situations. Weirder, not yet. Worse, definitely.
I mean, how weirder could it get?
I don't know.
I also
the universe always has weird shit up their sleeve. Yeah. I'm sure something weirder will happen to us at some point. We're adventurers now, or spacefarers, whatever the fuck. Anyway, Scrap, gestures to you're all stood around a hole, which this smoke is bellowing out of. It's like crystal is like shattered inward, and you can see faintly past all the smoke. There is some form of organic matter, and you can see some metal at the end, at the impact point. Should I say?
I would like to kind of kneel down on the surface near this little wound and kind of place my hands to it and sort of tap on it.
You're just tapping on
Hi,
the wound.
Hello, and I want to cast detect tech and see if there's anything that is technologically
you're so smart.
operating here.
You are top 5 smartest people I've ever had the pleasure of speaking to. What happens? Is it a roll? Do I roll? Do you roll? Is it just I detect tech?
It's instantaneous.
It just kind of happens?
It just happens.
There is this small pulse, Ike, that you feel coming from you. like a poof, and from this pulse, it's like it's a thread that you're used to feeling, but it's entirely spherical, and it stretches out, and then every time it hits something technological, there's a little like blip, 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 blip. And you feel it across yourself as it do. A lot of tech that you know. You feel across Azhaam, boop, 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 boop. You feel across Scrap, boop, 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 and Scrap's little friend, boop. And then it stretches down deep into this wound, this hole. And then you feel a boop at the bottom, at where this impact point is. Whatever was shot, you get a reflection back of tech.
Scrap, can you get me down in there?
Down in the hole?
Yes, there's something there, and I think it might be important.
Oh god. I can maybe? I can try. Azhaam, do you have anything that can... Do you have any rope on you? Or any lowering gear? I can get you down. I can get you down on Betsy. That's fine. Gestures to the little bot. It's just not that reliable if you need to get brought back up again.
Okay, well, we'll figure that out after. But I'm going in. I'm going inside.
All right.
Okay.
Betsy, this little robot, flies up to you and then like lowers to your level. Are you just grabbing onto Betsy and just traveling down?
Yes.
The little
by the tail, I think.
By
just
the tail?
Fun.
Hell yeah. Mission Impossible style. It's like being lowered. These four little copters, as they're moving you down, smoke is like billowing into your face, but then is like wished away by these four little motors. And as you get to the impact point, there is has the casing of a just normal bullet, but there is a motherboard at the just embedded in it that is blinking red as you get close to it, and you can understand that this motherboard is the tech that you felt. So this, I might have misspoke. This bullet is it is like the impact of the thing. I don't know what it's actually called, but then a like strip of motherboard that is built into the bullet. So the bullet was built for this. It wasn't a thing that was added on after creation.
Right. Well, you're interesting. And okay.
If you would like, you can give me an engineering check for just understanding tech or what this is.
I would like to forego that because I don't think I understand how any of this works. But I instead can I try to talk to it?
Oh, God, I forgot that you could do that. I forgot that was the entire basis of your character. Yes, of course you can. Okay. Let's RP it. Go for it. I am going to make you have a roll.
Okay.
But depending on what you say and what you would like to do when it comes to talking to this little thing.
I'm sorry to disturb you. I don't really know if you can hear me, but if you can, I'm just, well, I'm a bit afraid for myself and my friends right now, and you, through no fault of your own, you are part of that. So if you could just help me to understand what's happening, and maybe if you're still a danger to us, maybe you could stop.
You can give me a computers for that.
Okay. 25.
Oh, fuck. So, you're gonna have to forgive me since my voice mod isn't working. My one party trick is gone. As you say this, there's a few beats that you wait. The blinking light kind of matches your heart rate as it blinks, and then it blinks a little quicker. And you hear from this thread, uploading, and then the light solidifies, and then another LED turns on, transferring.
I look at my phone.
You gather it's not No, you gather that it's not transferring anything to you, but it is transferring something that it just uploaded somewhere else. You, with your miraculous roll, through this ability that you have, and this connection that you've just suddenly forged, hearing this just simple motherboard in the back of your mind, you hear, amidst all of this transferring and uploading, I am a consciousness chip. That's a consciousness chip.
Oh.
Knowledge of what that is escapes you.
I've never met one of you before.
I'm sure it is an honor.
It is! Genuinely! I'm Ike.
I am a consciousness chip.
Can you stop the transferring? I'm worried that that's not good.
If I stop, this user will die.
Oh?
Don't do that.
Oh!
Don't do that.
Well,
keep
no, then
keep
continue. Okay. So, you're the consciousness of this person?
I was put here to make sure this user did not die.
Oh, no. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm so super glad you're alive.
I'm sure you are.
Are you the consciousness chip? You'll, I assume, be transferred along with everything else?
I am currently transferring, uploading to a new network.
Well, then that means that you just tried to kill my friend, so, that's just not acceptable.
What? Wait, what?
What are we doing, Han?
What? What's going on? You okay?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need this transfer to stop, and I would like to cast erase.
Whoa!
What?
Is that a thing you can
What?
do?
And
Okay.
erase.
You're just gonna let him die?
Okay, gamer, hell yeah. Tell me what erase
Yelling, and
does.
I don't know
What?
Tell me what
Okay.
erase does. Let's go.
I can
You wanna
remove.
fucking wipe him?
I'm gonna remove up to 1,500 words of data files from a computer code.
Fuck.
Oh, that's a decent amount of.
So
And-
wait, hold up. You're going to this like practically sentient computer chip, and you're just going to erase parts of its identity.
This is not just a computer chip. This is the person,
Well, that's not.
Lord Theriac here, under false pretenses, and shot himself so that he wouldn't die. That's out of character, and I'm just talking in Ike's voice because I'm very stressed out. So, that means that this person that I'm talking to and making nice with and trying to have a good, calm conversation with just tried to kill Dr. Theriac and all of us. So, yes, I think
Is there a thing I roll against, or is this just a thing that happens?
this is. Let
It's
me.
okay. Take your time, Pop. Take...
May I ask you a question while this is going on?
Absolutely.
Oh no, I roll for this. So. Okay, yeah.
I would like to, because I can't hear this conversation between I
No.
and.
No, Azhaam and Scrap are very much like looking down.
Azam's actually looking at the edges of this hole because he's trying to determine what killed this person and how close were they when the shot was made.
Okay. Grand. Give me a... Let's look at the things that you can do.
Can I give you a profession check?
For this, I wouldn't say this is tactics.
Okay.
To be honest, I would say this is something more like, if you're trying to like, you're trying to gauge how like far away this thing is and the impact and all that, because that feels like a physical science to me. It feels very CSI.
Oh, then I can't do it.
Is physical science a thing that you just straight up cannot do?
Requires training. It's one of
Okay.
those skills that, yeah.
You can roll me a straight intelligence and try to figure it out. That's fine.
Just a 14.
This, from someone who has shot a lot of people, you're not sure on the distance. You are pretty sure that whatever it was inside of the operating facility, like the testing chamber for this tiny shrink ray. Distance you're not sure on, but you are able to line up a secondary bullet hole that may be a thing that is probably the one that fired through the glass and then shot Lorik down.
So, okay. So the bullet basically it's a through and through and went right through the Lorik and made a secondary hole?
So
or?
there was someone inside of the chamber who shot through the glass, hit Lorik, and then you turned and shot in the same direction. You calculate that you might have actually been, at this point, a little off, because even though your, like, mechanically, your roll was, like, bang on, perfect, like, incredible roll, this isn't, like, a logical shot. This is actually far up in the, what seems like, the corner of the room is what someone fired at from, which, in meta, was probably some form of turret or something. However, whether Azhaam comes to that conclusion or not is a different question.
Has the drone dropped off Ig, or is Ig still like Mission Impossible-ing it?
Ig is currently is still like floating, because if Ig was to stand, they would be in organic matter, and it would just be like very gross. So this little drone is just like kind of carrying Ig as Ig's having this.
I was thinking it's
Thank
not that
you.
bad, but Ig's got fur.
Yeah, very sticky. Cutting back over to Dylan, do we know what is it that we need to do for this full race to happen?
Yes, I have to make a roll. Hold on. It's my D20 plus my caster, which is a 17. So it's up to you. Like, the maximum amount for my success is 1,500 words of data
Okay.
that I can erase, but you can play with that.
Brilliant. You cast this erase, and you feel a thread, something that no one else, as far as you're aware, can see or feel or have any knowledge of. You're watching this light blink, this transfer light, as it were. And as you cast this, there's a poof of energy, and it feels like you've cancelled something halfway through downloading. So some things have slipped through. But as you've cast this, you hear, warning, transfer not complete. This will end the user. I'm going to allow you to do it, because I'm going to say that this spell hasn't fully gone off yet. You are currently channeling it. You are welcome to. Muted, bud.
Oh, you're muted.
How big is the chip itself?
Chip is fucking tiny. If you were big and you tried to tackle this, you would never find this chip. It's pretty fucking. It's like micro SD like sized. It's tiny, teeny.
I grab it.
It's for you very big. For you right now, it's like a double hander. And trying to like get it out of the thing would be pretty difficult.
Okay.
So are you stopping the spell as this warning has popped up?
No.
You're gonna do it? Okay. As that warning pops up, this will end the user. The spell poof, goes off, and the chip, and just there's like a small. You can feel a thread just end, sudden, immediate. There is a thread like cut, like string. It just completely ends, and there is technically, but technically still technology here, but it is magnet to a hard drive.
Ike, you've been down for.
Okay.
Ike, you've been down for a lot. You're right.
No.
No. Scrap. Pull her out.
Yeah, you want to come up?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Up we get. And there is like a heavy weighted pulling as a.
The moment Ike's in sight, I like reach down and pull her out and out of the hole as well.
So, this person
Was shot by something, and wasn't shot by a person.
No, this person did all of this.
What? What do you mean?
They shot themselves. They had a contingency plan.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Scrap, can you send... Does your drone have a camera?
Themselves, though. They died.
Hold on. Does your drone have a camera?
No, not this one. No, like if we needed a camera, I need to go back to the patchwork.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. I point in the direction of the shot. It came from too low. you could automate something, set it up so it shoots you at a direct time.
Right.
Which means I shot nothing.
Oh, well, I mean, it wasn't even... I don't even think it was another person that shot it. It was just... I spoke to the consciousness chip. That...
Whoa, there was a consciousness chip in there?
Inside the bullet.
Holy shit. Do you know what that is? Those are fucking expensive.
It doesn't surprise me when you look at this place.
They are like manufactured by very, very specific companies.
So, to the person who came from a fairly backwater planet that nobody really cares about unless they're sucking energy out of it, what exactly does a consciousness chip do?
It's a spy thing. Normally, it's a way to shoot someone. It has to hit them in the brain, and then it will upload their consciousness, thoughts, some very minor memories, and upload it into a server that you determined beforehand.
Wait,
this
minor
is
memories?
like people do it to, again, spy network. You assassinate someone, upload their consciousness to something else, and then you can like scrub their information like it's a computer file. Some people do, upload themselves into robots, but they normally go a little, easier ways than that. You could do logically though.
So, either he killed himself and uploaded his own consciousness, or someone wanted what was in his brain and decided to take it by shooting him.
Matt.
Hi. What's up, Buttercup?
Matt, did I completely misinterpret that whole thing?
Hey.
Oh,
listen,
no.
You may not have.
Yo.
We don't even know yet.
Are you gonna have to explain to Theriac that you straight up
You just
his
murdered my coworker?
Hold up, let's not beat up on Dylan. What's important?
Sorry, no, you go on, Lily. You go on. You finish.
Does I look like she's in distress because she thinks she might have murdered an innocent person?
I think if we go by what Dylan's looking like right now, yes.
You need to listen to me.
Right?
If you stop the transfer, you stopped whoever shot him, whether it's himself or someone else, from getting what they want.
Right.
There was two options out of this. One, this man was a mastermind. Or two, this man was about to have his entire consciousness entrapped and manipulated by some third-party figure. Whatever you did was the right thing. Nobody would want a life like that, unless, of course, he is an evil mastermind. In which case, good criffing riddance.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did good.
I thought...
You thought right. I mean, what else were you going to assume?
Oh... Well... I don't know. I never met something like that before.
Listen, these are fucking... That is a dangerous chip. Azhaam is completely right. This guy was either a genius and was going to do some very, very nefarious shit after telling us the board were doing something shady and then making us very small, or someone was using that to do some very nefarious shit.
Right. Okay.
We'll only know once we take a look at what shot him. Once we can... Like, it's roughly... I point in a direction, but not well enough.
Right.
It's roughly over there. Once we get normal size, I'll take a look at it. and you can take a look at it. We can figure out exactly where this shot came from and who did it.
Okay.
And we don't need to tell Theriac.
Yes, we do.
Do you want to? I'm giving you an out here.
I appreciate that, but yes.
I
We
lay
have
like
to tell Theriac.
I lay a heavy hand on Ike's back and just like rub it affectionately. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a heavy feeling, but at least
Scrap.
in this one case, I think you did good.
Scrap.
Yep.
Message viewers. Let them know that we're just ask him if there's any way to get us out of this fucking situation before we all go mad.
All right. And then, as that message sends, Theriac, Skye, you feel a boop, 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 boop on your phones. You arrive to this turret. You get there. It is huge skyscraper to you now.
Skyscraper.
I know, right? This this large metal structure that falls off into the ceiling. You are at the barrel of the gun. You are still on the skateboard. You are pretty far away, enough that you can actually maneuver around and then hop off onto the turret if you'd like. Close enough to do some fun hacking stuff. Go on, Skye. What's up?
Yeah, can I just go up to like the side of it and hover on my skateboard while I zoom into it?
Absolutely, you can. That cheeky little hacking thing is going to be a little computers, I believe. Yeah, it is. Computers, please.
Okay. Theriac, what's the message say?
What does the message say?
You're in the group chat, Theriac.
It's
That's a fucking 26.
Have you figured out what the fuck's going on yet? Question mark. And then a little angry face, like an angry little emoji. And then scrap. Scrap.
What? Working on it, and then the semicolon dots, and then a question mark.
One.
What? Theriac.
Very good.
Everything okay? Question mark.
We have theories spelt wrong, of what happened, but need to meet MEAT back up.
Does he have autocorrect on?
Come back to you three. I never have autocorrect on. I don't know how the fuck to use this thing. Come back.
Well, I suppose something happened and they want to meet back up again, so I suppose we should not take too terribly long.
I'm going as fast as I can, Doc. I got my fingers to my temple, and it just looks like I'm blinking a lot and looking into this turret.
And your hacking is a lot different to Ike's. Ike's seeing these threads. You are like very physical, like you can after putting your goggles on and feeling this like connect. You can kind of like see the system in front of you. There's like little file logs, and you see that it is deactivated, but it's not deactivated because someone has deactivated it. It's deactivated because it's out of ammunition. You have recently fired, and it was 15 minutes ago, which is about the time you were shrunk.
What was the ammunition?
Would I know that?
Would you know what the ammunition would be? It would say, it would have like a series of like, it would be like its like more official name, as consciousness chip is a very colloquial term for it. It would have its more official name, but both of you, as Skye is like reading out the like C-24DE bullet, you can both make a. Let's have a wisdom. Actually, I'm feeling wisdom today. You can also argue another skill for me, since I don't have all the skills laid out in front of me right now.
4.
Hell yeah. Yo.
I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna
try
argue?
and squabble. I'm not gonna. Listen, I just have a +0 in wisdom, which should be probably like a -5, but that's okay. Nope, that is also a 4. We keep matching, Mo.
It's an officialized name, and you don't actually know where it what it is.
Well, at least we know it's not armed, so we don't have to worry about us getting shot if we re-enter the room.
Also, from the 26 hacking check, you can see that, yes, it was fired 15 minutes ago. However, it was accessed from Raven's Roost, which is the giant VIP floating orb where all the board members are.
Well, I guess we confirmed that your board members are up to some shady business.
Might not be them. There is also a whole parade of shops there. All of the offices are in Raven's Roost.
I guess we confirmed it came from Raven's Roost, where all of the board members usually hang out. So we can neither confirm nor deny that at this time.
All right. Can you at all record that so that way if they try to wipe that information that we still have those records?
I love you, Skye.
Well, I don't know. Let me try. I don't think I have a printer in my brain.
You could upload the file, copy and paste the file to your personal device. However, there will be a trace of the fact that you did that with your serial code on it of your personal device. You could scrub the record of that happening, but if you fail the roll, if you fail in that hack, then you're going to be alerting the security system that something has happened.
And I mean, I say just add them to the list of people who are fucking after me, you know?
I don't possess you.
God, Boss Theriac said to copy these files. So
let's go. Copy the file. And then for the scrub, give me another computer's check.
am I also scrubbing it?
Do you want to scrub it?
I mean, I was gonna copy it, like Boss said.
You just copy it over.
Sorry that your listeners just mean.
Should I do more than that,
Yeah.
Boss
More
Theriac?
this. Pretend it's not happening.
I don't know. I think we should just take whatever little scraps that we can and just build our case later, maybe with legal.
I'm sorry that this is all happening to you.
I appreciate that a lot. Anyway,
Is there anything that I can do other than shutting up that can help you here?
Well, we're here in the room. Why don't you, stand? Why don't we just enlarge ourselves now, and then we get the other ones later, and then we increase our size then?
You know, I was thinking that. There's like an anthill and stuff in there and a pipe. It just seems like a missed opportunity for an adventure, you know? I can make you bigger
today. I think. Yeah, I would prefer to be larger right now. If you all want to go, I mean, if I were not in such a stressful situation, I 100% would join you on that for scientific documentation and recording just the ground level microbiome that exists on Wild Times, even with all of the construction. But I'm a little frazzled, frankly. So I would just like to be me-sized and just try and figure out what happened.
Okay.
I appreciate it, though.
No problem.
And I'm very, very happy that you are fostering your curiosity. That's very important.
Fostering? I was pretty much born with it.
It's very easy to lose that. So keep doing that all the time.
Oh, okay. Did you lose that? Is that what you're saying that?
Sometimes. It can be hard. You get lost a little bit in all the corporate what's the word that people say?
Rat race. Don't tell Scrap I said that.
That seems a little loaded. Just the legalese jargon, Grolix, all that hullabaloo. But yes, I would just like to be me-sized.
Okay. I'm gonna fly
you'll probably need instructions for how to operate the machine, because I'm guessing you've never worked with this.
I don't need instructions on how to operate the machine.
Oh.
I am self-taught. Ike's not the only one that can talk to machines. I just speak a different language. I do have to plug in my skateboard, or else we're gonna fall to our death. I'm so sorry. I also there is no light now.
Do you have a portable charger bank?
What?
For your little.
No, I'm poor, Theriac.
Well.
What do you think? I'm made of money. I'm walking around with 2 batteries. Give me a second here, Doc.
Well, it seems like a good thing to have in your line of work.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Doc?
As Skye and Theriac argue and Momo figures out whatever the fuck she's trying to figure out, we cut on over to Ike, Azhaam, and Scrap, who are all stood over the hole and looking at Scrap in particular is looking out over the vast and is looking into the chamber. I'm sure they're fine, but taking a very long time for a scouting mission. It's just a little weird.
Did they return our message?
They did say that they were investigating something, so I'm sure they'll...
Oh, could I text them, going to turn large size, just myself. Skye will rejoin you and inform you of what we found.
Okay.
Oh, alright. I mean, that works.
Wait, so Theriac gets to be... I'm going to say back to their normal size. And the rest of us are stuck?
Well, I suppose Skye probably needs to get us over there.
I see.
Somehow.
I mean, I don't think that board can take his arm. Azhaam, are you much of a skater?
You know, a normal, let's say what species is human, a normal human my size, I weigh about 3 times that.
Yeah, so I don't think Skye's going to be able to ferry us all over one by one. But Theriac getting back to regular size means they might be able to pick us up if they can figure out how it works.
Oh, right. Okay. That's good.
Are you okay? I know that you've had a bit of a time in the last like half an hour. You're getting that kind of distant stare.
You've never done this before, have you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Scrap has... I'm assuming you're not unfamiliar with this kind of thing.
No.
And neither am I. And, no matter the reason, whether you agree with it or not, first time is always... You don't forget it.
Oh.
In the void, they, use it as a mantle. Carries you forward. It's remembering, in theory, that regret, but also reminder that you can do it. So in future, you can do it again.
Oh, good. I guess you'd be bullet hole.
Or brain.
That's worse. That's much worse.
I think you'll be the first person called that. Body.
But
we're not in the void. We're not in the void.
And I thought that I was protecting.
You were.
I think you were. And
I know you were.
We don't even know. We don't even know what the situation is. All right. It might not even have happened. You know.
Right.
We don't know. Maybe some of them slipped through. I mean, who knows?
You look. If there's one thing I've learned is that you can't undo the past. So, what happens after this is we analyze. Did you do the right thing or not? And from there, you determine if you're going to be able to do it again, or if the next time you're faced with a similar situation, you don't. You learn. That's what people do. Because the truth is, you're not the first person to kill someone, Ike.
I didn't even think that that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But
hey,
it's fine.
No need to worry about it now. It's done is done. And soon we're gonna have our friendly, large Theriac friend back, and all will be right. And we'll investigate that, whatever killed him, and we'll figure out more.
Okay.
So do you want to go to the Master Burrito over there and just have a snack? Or...
Yeah, I would like to know what our plan is. Team Skateboard seemed to be regrowing Theriac. They said that Skye was coming back to us. Do we want to wait here? Do we want to go and try to find some other way?
Well, we should wait for Skye. I think.
Well, we can tell Skye if we plan on moving. You said something about a light in the pipe over there. Was that no?
Skye said there was a light in the sewers.
I'm getting cold-brained. Something worth checking out, maybe.
if we're leaving, trying to go into the sewers, we should tell the others that that's exactly what we're doing.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, we're not really going to give a chance to look at them again, you know? It's not like we're going to be... Let's be clear. This is never happening again. We're not shrinking after this. This is the first and last time in our lives.
I hope so.
I know so. We're all for a fit. A big,
Ike,
hot, angry fit.
What do you want to do? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to go into the sewers?
No,
I'm into the idea of just getting the fuck out.
Getting out of here is... Sure, I'll go wherever you're going. That's fine.
Okay. Scrap pulls out the phone and says, "We are going toward the sewers," and then sends it to the group chat. Skye, Theriac, you get a message. Ding.
They give each other the thumbs up. All right, to the shrink ray.
Yes, you will need to be at the panel, and I will be in. It's in the in its radius of the beam.
That I also think maybe I should, if possible, make myself the normal size. That'd be the responsible thing to do, and would be less likely that our friends would wind up dead. So,
Most likely.
you first, and then we'll figure that out. Okay?
Sure.
So
I will be able to operate it once I'm large size. So, yes.
So, the ray is facing out into the courtyard. So if you were to be the target of it, there is a slither where you could be and stand. But as it hits you and you grow, you will push everything out. Because imagine it's like an inch between the shrink ray and the glass that separates this room from the outside. You can, however, move the shrink ray to face an angle in different ways, but it is a giant is giant for you. It's going to be extremely heavy.
If I'm imagining this correctly, would it be possible to put Theriac on my board and fly the board into right in front of the laser?
That was my thought as well.
Absolutely, you can do that.
All right, you take good care of my skateboard, Theriac.
All right.
I'm serious.
I understand.
Pride and joy right there, dude.
Does it have a name?
No, I've been too scared to personify it.
Valid.
Do you think it's pissed off that I haven't named it?
I've never talked with the computer, so I'm not really sure their level of emotional ability or their opinions on being identified as individuals. So we're in uncharted territories all around, I think.
One uncharted territory at a time, maybe.
Yes. Here, climb on top of the hoverboard. All right. So
Do you need instructions?
No, I think I've got it. I'm hip.
Skye, I will say that you can control this skateboard just with your mind without communicating as a mechanic. However, if you'd like Theriac to try and control it on their own, you can also allow them to do that.
Let's see how they do.
If I lean forward, goes forward. Wow.
You're like on all fours, like you don't know the balance, like the classic skateboard. Yeah,
Yes.
first time skateboard thing.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to. Wait, how do I lift? Do I just?
Yeah, you like lift the front, and it like goes up a little bit.
Oh. All right.
You're doing awesome.
You are the equivalent of like 15 foot off the ground at this point, as you're.
Oh. All right. How high up do I need to be?
You need to go in front of the shrink ray, so you need to go behind this console and in front of this quite large barrel.
Oh, that's pretty tall.
You can do it.
Okay, here we go. What's that thing you say sometimes?
Oh,
Cowabunga!
Damn it! I was gonna get you to. I am still gonna get you to roll. Give me a piloting check.
Okay, I'll give you a damn piloting check. I'm not just gonna charm my way into being a good.
You're too charming for your own good.
Can Andre have advantage for the cowabunga, please? Can I request that?
Actually, cowabunga is the trigger word, I believe, for the skateboard to work and listen to you, so you can actually have advantage on that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna take advantage. Well, it's an 18.
That works. That's enough. It's very shaky. There are bits where you veer off course quite a bit. Flying around, you like bump into the side of the console, and you scrape the board a little bit, and but then you manage to like gather yourself, and then you are very shakily in front of the barrel of this shrink ray. Skye.
Are you in position?
I think so. I'm gonna stand up. Should I stand up?
I don't. That's up to you.
I think I might fall to my death. I'm gonna just stay right here.
Okay. I'm gonna try and make the thing happen now.
That sounds great.
Give me a computers.
13.
As you, with your goggles, hack into the system, there is a of the screen that grows in front of you, which is perfectly normal. However, as you go to access files, you see a kind of similar to a lion's face, but slightly purple and translucent. These tentacles, slick they look, and they're staring from this like white void that is behind them at you as you attempt to hack into the shrink ray. Well, no, I don't think you're supposed to be doing that. And then you hear a as you look to your side where the slug was held in an electric cage. The electricity leaves, and this now humongous slug lurches forward just outside of the cage and starts slithering toward you. Can you roll initiative as we head on over to Scrap, Ig, and Azhaam?
Should I roll initiative?
You're welcome to, yeah, if you wanna.
What's going on?
I can't go fast.
Nothing. We're just happily.
Dr. Theriac, I can't go fast.
We're just happily roaming to a sewer, totally oblivious of God.
You are at the head of this sewer. The smell is hitting you now. It is this thick, coppery smell, smelling of corroded metal and disused liquid discharge. You can hear sound bouncing inside of the pipe, and a thick green like sludge is falling down from this break in the pipe.
Can someone with physical sciences please check that sludge? Because I can't.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I can't do that.
I mean, I can take a look at it and see if it's safe at least. Can I try to
Yeah. You
take
absolutely can, yeah.
physical science? Or
You can do a what would we do for this type of thing is the question.
How about a piloting
I'm
check?
thinking life science. I'm thinking life science for this.
life science. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it is physical. My apologies. I just checked. It is physical. No, it's not. It is life. My apologies. Part 2.
Okay.
It is life science. It's life science.
21.
Normally, this wouldn't be dangerous. It is just random experimental. It's like charge. A lot of guns in this universe, they all work off of like a plasma charge that you fire, and then the discharge is just like thrown. And normally, it's completely fine. Doesn't matter. This small, it'll probably do something. However, it might not affect you and Scrap, considering that you've both grown up in the lower decks of Saga. But Azhaam might be a little more affected than the pair of you. Touching it directly is a bad idea for all three of you, but being in the space, like smelling the toxins and the gases when you're in that enclosed of a space, Azhaam might have to do a little bit of poison checking.
Wait, didn't I take that? Didn't I end up taking my mask off and becoming accustomed to?
You did, but you're still. It's like you were able to
that's
recover from smoking that one cigarette, but it doesn't mean you can smoke every.
So, all right. Look, it's toxic for sure. We shouldn't touch any of the sludge, but Azhaam, if we go down in there, it's going to be like being in the lower decks of Saga, but maybe like way more concentrated. So, I don't know.
I'll be fine. Just let's go. Come on.
Okay, just at the very least, don't touch it. Stay out.
Would you suggest holding my breath?
It wouldn't hurt. Well, eventually it would. So, but, just...
Yeah, I'll be fine. Come on.
All right.
The three of you crawl inside of the sewer.
Yep.
And you see the source of the scratching immediately as it stops and turns. You also see what Skye was talking about. A light moves across the whole of this cavern. It is a densely copper-smelling large pipe. This thick green liquid is flowing down the center of it, pouring off through random breaks in the corroded metal. As this spotlight moves over to you, you see a large rat. But the rat, its fur matted and slightly burnt. The top part of its head is metallic, coming down into this one point that looks like a camera, which has been implanted into this rat's head. Gives you a little like... as it looks at the three of you.
Oh.
You can feel the tug of a thread from the middle part of its head and this lens. The spotlight hangs slightly anglerfish-like from the top part of its head, seemingly lighting its way. It spots you and hasn't yet reacted in any way.
I want to reach into my little pocket and take out a little square of cheese. and I'll have a snack because I've had a really hard day. And then I will hold the rest of it out.
You hold out the cheese. As the three of you step further in, Azhaam, I would like you to make me I would like you, Ike, to make me a survival check to handle this animal.
Okay.
And I would like
Fortitude save?
Ooh.
yeah, wisdom save, yeah.
Okay.
Or a will save.
Will save?
A will save, because wisdom is called...
willpower.
Yeah, willpower.
It's usually something for affecting the... Like, if it's something affecting my body, it's fortitude. If it's something affecting my brain, it's
true.
will.
Fortitude, then, yeah.
Okay, in that case, I get a +4 on top of my roll because I've got toughness as a feat.
Nice. Go on, then. Roll it.
Not that helped me much. That's a 14.
The thickness of this air and the space and this toxic air is directly in opposition to your body. You are going to gain the poisoned condition for now.
Okay.
Ike, what did you get on your survival?
22.
You hold out this cheese, and this rat stops, and then, as you hold your position, it slowly walks up to you and then sniffs. Seeing your physique, it seems to not be as hyper-aggressive, and then it's going to take the cheese from your hand.
Hi. I'll give it a little scritch.
Hello, Azhaam. Have your hand up.
By poison, do you mean sickened?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, I can't find a poison condition.
Go on, Ike. What do you do? You give it a little scritch?
Yeah. Can we follow you?
Doesn't quite understand what you're saying.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak with you, but I'm just kind of walk alongside it. Maybe it'll start moving again.
As you pass it, it turns to you, and Scrap's like, hey. And to it, but then also a little bit to you.
It's all right. It's a pal.
I don't know if it's a pal or if that cheese just made it not immediately try to rip us apart.
Well, I suppose. Well, it's not ripping us apart right now.
Maybe it was sent to, Ike.
Yeah?
You understand technology, right?
Well, in a sense.
Where does that camera go?
Okay. And I try to look into it and see if I can catch the thread.
Give me a computers.
A natural one. I don't really want to talk to computers anymore today.
As you kind of reach your magical capacity into this rat, you don't feel much, as it seems to be quite overwhelming. As soon as you get inside this, you can feel that this technology is kind of imprinted itself a little bit into, like, is like oppressing the brain of this creature. However, because of that, you do hear a small "help me," and then your energy overloads the small circuits and it lunges out to attack you. Can you roll initiative? And we are going to leave it there for today, as our two little gangs are in two little, quite little spooky situations. Both are in combat, quite far away from each other. But I'm sure it's nothing our beautiful, wonderful heroes cannot handle. Now, I'm very aware that today was a little bit of a shorter session, but don't you gamers worry. We're going to be back with whatever the fuck is going to fix itself with the next little session. But anyway, that is us, that is me, that is us. My name is Matthew Apple, Captain Krail. I'm on Captain Krail on all things. Thank you so much, beautiful people. I stream Monday to Thursdays. I also do this. If you wanted to listen to the podcasted version of this episode, it'll be next week on all of your favorite podcasting apps. Okie dokie. Super Dylan, would you like to go next? Well,
I would. I'm Dylan or Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. You can find me here. And you can find me sometimes on Total Party Kiss. And you can find me on the Doctor Who Many Hearts project. And if you look at superdylan.com, you'll see all of my games and all of the places that you can find me. The end.
Wonderful. Donna Lee, would you like to go next, Pop?
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Nordine Likadir, also known as Werewolf Feels, all over the interwebs, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Go where your heart takes you, and there you shall find me. Probably not, actually. I'm a very busy person. If you want to see me in another game, the only other game that I've got going on now concurrently is Never Coming Home, Hunt of the Reckoning 5th edition campaign over on Table Goth. You can find that on YouTube or on Twitch, but its timing may coincide with this, so just go to the YouTube.
Andre Rivera, before Andre had it, probably how you doing?
Hey everybody, my name is Andre. You can find me at Andre Rivera on Instagram and also on Twitter. Go to my website, andrerivera.art, to see my whole online illustration portfolio and all of the actual plays I'm on, including Atomless and Tragedy and Unicorn Hunt, Redline and Power Rangers, and my own slug betrayed me today.
They didn't betray you. No, they didn't betray you. The slug hasn't done anything. He's just left his cage. He's doing just fine. Gotta be down.
You said roll initiative. You said roll initiative.
Initiative does not mean combat. Initiative means there is a possibility of combat. Doesn't it?
That is true.
Yeah.
However, I'm mad sus. We've had this thing for 2 weeks, and it's a zombification parasite.
It is a little bit of a zombification parasite, yeah. But you've been feeding it, who knows? Maybe it loves you really. We can only find out by next time. Hey, listen, you want to find out what's going on there? You have to find out next time. Beautiful, wonderful Momo O'Brien.
Hello, I'm Momo O'Brien. You can find me everywhere at Momo_O'Brien. I make content about immersive experiences.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, gamers, gang. And of course, if you want to listen to the podcast version, it's going to be next week. If you want to listen to the next episode, it's going to be the week after, right here on Tweet. But thank you so much for being here, beautiful, wonderful people. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your time. And next time we fly through the Atomless Sea, I hope you are there to fly with us. Thank you so much, gamers. Oh,